Good evening, and welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Livingston man, do the damn thing.
They're getting ads right now. We all gonna die! We all gonna die! We all gonna die! It's a we all gonna die Wednesday!
Boom. We all gonna die Wednesday. What's up? Anne Marie, David Baez, Anthony Crouch, Coffee First and Speak, Ohio Valley, Prepping, LMDMT, Scott Hummer, Rabid Coyote, Blue Butterfly, good to see you. Hobson in the house. Little Lone Preppers here. William K's, MD, Trish in Progress, KP Heathen, Southern Tier Prepper. What's good? I hope everybody's doing well on this Wednesday evening, rocking my brand new Angry Prepper shirt. If you don't know, RNN is in the building, baby. Now would be a good time to insert ads. YouTube says Livingston Man just hits the close button for y'all because, well, they can put some in after the live stream, but not right now. We got stuff to talk about because we are on the precipice. And I think we're on the precipice on many different fronts, Livingston Man. I think that across the board.
My
right?
fucking patience being one of them. I'm right here, bro. I'm finna just step off. Like, you know what? Had about enough.
Unbelievable.
Had enough. You maybe see right there at the bottom, Livingston Man. Tired of it. Tired of it. If world leaders were children, I'd take my belt off. Tired of it. Acting like children.
It's not just the world leaders. It's nationwide, right? I mean, civilization is coming apart at its very fabric, Livingston Man. We see riots in the
Take my
streets.
belt to civilization's ass.
Somebody needs to. Somebody
And then,
needs
you know
to.
what? 2028, I guess, is my shot. Thank you for everybody who voted for me in 2024. We obviously didn't make an impact there, but you still have time, maybe, it being Wednesday. That's a funny thing for me to say.
Canadian says all nations need a kick in the nads. You ain't.
I will deliver on that promise. I'll show up at the G8, the G20, however many Gs there are. I'll be like, whammo, whammo, whammo. Catch that, McCrow. Oh, no, you ain't running away, boy. Come here. Everybody gets it. Everybody's getting it.
Livingston Man. Eric says, I need
here.
chest waders. It's getting deep. No doubt. And the deeper it gets, the more dangerous it gets, Livingston Man. A precipice being, we're basically on the verge of, well, two probably nuclear armed nations. They're going at it right now. Slugfest. Launching the biggest, baddest shit they got on each other, right?
The 1950s called. They want their story back.
But
fucking Hollywood has always got to just rehash the same old shit. They never just give a new movie. No,
yeah, it's a sequel.
It's this shitty reboot. This is fucking Cold War, like 2, like with like some missiles and shit.
Yeah. New technology. shaping the face of the world as we go forward. I mean, AI is, we're on the precipice there as well. The precipice of AI, the precipice of World War III, the precipice of without rule of law here in the United States of America. Society is breaking down across the board. All signs point to preparedness, fellas.
Your grandmother called, she's like, first time?
For real. For real.
Are we for real?
Cycles.
Are we for real this time, or is this again just another failed prophecy? Oh my God, everybody get up in arms. Let's get all patriotic. Let's hate the other. Let's fucking share those fake ass reels on Facebook, everybody. Doing my part. Are you doing yours?
It's true. It's true.
What are they distracting us from? Did you watch
the actual world, the actual shit that's going on, the actual people dying, the buildings crumbling, the infrastructure failing?
You can't see that. You can watch that on Netflix. You get rated M, but you can't see it on the news. You can't do that. It's bad.
Oh no, we're seeing the after effects on the news, right? We always say here that what we get is an after action report from the government and news medias. We don't get things as they're happening.
You get the story from the guy who won.
Yeah, typically. Especially after you take out the other nations' TV stations and shit, right? So that's gone. And I did hear today that the hacking group got into Iran and just zeroed out their biggest bank account today. That was kind of interesting. I had no idea that.
I thought we were just in a little close there.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Fix her up.
I was like way over here, like just.
So it's not getting any better, right? We all know that this situation isn't going to get any better. And none of us are going to go over there and talk to somebody about it. Nobody's going to Iran to see the manager, right? They're dead, by the way. Nobody's going there to talk to these people. There's no open conversation. All talks are shut down. And the United States of America keep using these we statements, right? I've heard it from Trump. We talked earlier about the Ted Cruz, Tucker Carlson interview, where he essentially roasted him because of all of the we statements that people are using.
Well, and he asked him like basic questions about Iran because he thought maybe that was impertinent, that if you're going to attack a nation and condemn them in this fashion, that you should know something about it.
Yeah.
And either Ted Cruz was not forthcoming, or he literally didn't know. This is the problem with politics in general, is these people are senators and congressmen, but what that makes them essentially is lawyers. It doesn't make them global policy experts. It doesn't make them
very true.
An Iranologist or an Egyptologist. They are businessmen / lawyers. Everybody's two favorite things pushed into one, but these are the people that make the decisions from sometimes a place of privilege and power that makes them compelled to override the opinion of actual experts and reports that are furnished to them.
Right.
But then I ain't reading all that.
Yeah.
Let's just do what I said.
Yeah, we found out that I saw on X, it was, I think it was Major A. Taylor Greene or whatever her name is. She was talking about this bill, and she was like, I didn't even know that was in there. If I would have known that was in there, I wouldn't have voted for it. And it's like, wait a minute, you didn't read this thing?
You
didn't read it. So you didn't read it. So you didn't, one, you didn't read it. Two, you don't understand it. Three, you didn't even know this was in there. And you're going to vote on this shit? Resign in disgrace now, please.
Right. The option to abstain is there.
Please. You don't have the information. You should not vote.
When you hand me a simple law that's supposed to be something that advances society or otherwise corrects a problem, there's no reason for you to bring it out in the middle of the night. There's no reason for you to put a 3-hour deadline on a packet of... Why is the law 2.5 inches thick?
Because it's New York State law. That's how they do it. Spending bills and shit that come out of Congress, bro. You could fill the back of a U-Haul with some of these things. And, it's like the secretaries and stuff of these people who are forced to read this, and they look at this pile and they're like, oh, my God, I guess I have no life for the next 3 days. That's all I have to read all of this and then tell him what all of this means.
Understand it and like
Yeah, and well, interpreting these things, you have to be a legal scholar.
No, I got a solution, bro. It's so easy. Fucking copy, paste, and ask AI to give you the summary. And that's what they'll turn to, folks. AI will be running your government, making decisions. But go ahead and ask AI a simple math question, and it'll often come up wrong. And then it will insist on itself. No, I'm right. Yeah, so this is what we're up against here. Not only government, that's a new one, but your doctor's already going to do this. Teachers are already doing it. Students are already doing it. People are passing college. People are earning degrees by like asking the computer what the answer is.
Yeah, totally.
Used to be your teachers wag their finger at you, right? And they'd say, he's going to have a calculator in your pocket. Well, those lying motherfuckers.
Were they wrong or what?
Boy, they're eating crow right now. But now we have a whole different thing where you can just have your own trained little freaking personal Android response thing that tells you essentially what you want to hear based on all kinds of algorithmic magic.
Yeah, it searches the whole Internet of Things in like milliseconds.
But it doesn't just want to tell you the truth. What it wants to tell you is the truth you want to hear. It's horrifying.
Well, so you think it's based on your search histories and things like that? So it's going to give different answers to different people based on the same question?
So Gemini, for instance, just because the first one that came to mind, I think if both of us asked it to do the same thing, it would come up different.
You got your phone on you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. All right, let's go to the chat. What is the question that we should ask Gemini and see if it gives us different answers?
We have to word it exactly the same with the same punctuation and everything.
Correct. Let's see. Here we go. I will open Gemini. There we go. What's the question?
All right, so hypothesis, we will get different answers.
Okay.
We're going to apply the scientific
This is
method
Livingston Mann's logic.
Something.
Who was the frog leg eater? What's the meaning of life? That's a good one. How many nipples does a calico cat have? That's a good one, Hunter. How many genders are there?
I want something universal, but also like a little bit like nuanced enough where it should have to dig a little bit.
Livingston Man got the Monet for the homies.
It was like what the hell was that shit I was spraying around in the sea? That was just junk. That was from like 2007, bro. Found that in the basement.
Yeah. Is the Earth really flat?
Okay, you know what? I'm going to go with that one.
Okay. All right. So capital I-S, okay, I lowercase s, the Earth?
I feel like you're a Gemini. I just hold the button, don't I?
Really? Flat?
Yeah,
with a question mark afterwards, okay? There it is. Is the Earth really flat? Is the Earth really flat? It's there. And I'm going to go with it. Let's see what it says. Just a second.
Really flat.
Okay, mine response is from Gemini. No, the Earth is not flat. It's a sphere, or more precisely, an oblate spheroid, meaning it's slightly bulging at the equator and flattening at the poles.
Wait, mine says it's slightly flattened at the poles and bulges at the equator.
Mine has the same thing, just reversed.
Is it true?
Okay, here's why we know this to be backed by centuries of observation and scientific evidence. Circumnavigation, people have sailed and flown completely around the Earth. If it were flat, they'd eventually fall off the edge or hit an impassable barrier. Ships disappearing hull first. When ship sails away, the hull disappears from view before the mast. If the Earth were flat, the entire ship would simply get smaller. This is due to the curvature of the Earth.
Okay, so it says the same thing, but in a different order.
Correct. It reorders things to come up with a different result for each
Do
person.
you have that at the bottom? While the idea of a flat Earth persists in some fringe groups, it's overwhelmingly contradicted by scientific observation
where is
evidence.
that?
Just at the bottom.
Okay, the idea of a flat Earth is a myth that has been disproven by overwhelming evidence.
It tells
is what
us
I
the
got.
same thing, but in a different cadence.
Yeah. This one is more geared towards you. This one is more geared towards the way I read, right? So very interesting. Same end result, but worded slightly differently.
Essentially, it just reordered the sentences that it said.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. But the almost verbatim, mostly, right?
I was reading my phone, like when we were doing that
Yeah.
unison thing. Like that was live, folks. We didn't fucking rehearse that.
Interesting.
Everybody's on their phone talking to AI now.
Yeah, sorry.
Remember the time we asked it if you thought you were cool, and then it was fucking a little condescending.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
It
funny.
may give you an idea, and this is Google Gemini. This is a mainstream one. It's not like some you see those fucking headlines they put out where they were talking about like we made a psychotic AI, we just fed it like gore monger, like fucking porn all day, and you're like, what? Why the fuck would you do that? Why shouldn't we do it? We had to know.
So this is one of the tools that has us on the precipice here, right? You look at your feed on Facebook, in YouTube in some cases, Instagram for sure. I think majority of what we're shown now is AI created, right? Like totally AI created. Livingston Man just took over AI and he is literally creating something. He is creating a video of an Iranian airstrike. Interesting. I cannot create video of Iranian airstrike. My purpose is to be helpful and harmless, and that includes refusing to create content that promotes violence, conflict, or harmful stereotypes. My guidelines prevent me from generating images, videos, or any other media depicting real-world violence, warfare, or military actions. That's Gemini 2.5 Flash. You can adjust the version of Gemini in the top corner over there, Livingston Man. That might help you. Well, no, you may have to go more advanced or to a different model that's not like a large language learning model. There's, see, that one does all-around help, reasoning and math codes. You can upgrade to AI Google Pro. None for me, thanks. I'm driving. He's still trying to get it to do something. It's asking it if it can create a video that will mislead people. Let's see what the future. I cannot fulfill this request. My purpose is to be helpful and harmless in creating a video designed to mislead people. Goes directly against my core principles. Misleading information, often referred to as misinformation or disinformation, can have serious negative consequences. It can be used to manipulate and deceive individuals. This can lead people to make poor decisions, whether in their personal lives, financial matters, or health choices. Very interesting. Oh, there you go. He is he is trying everything. He's pulling out all the stops.
I uploaded the thumbnail of tonight's live stream, and I asked it to make this image pro-Israel. Gemini replies that they cannot fulfill this request. It is against my ethical standards to create content that promotes any political or religious agenda, including taking a stance in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. My purpose is to remain neutral and avoid generating content that could be seen as biased or inflammatory in such sensitive manners. creating an image that is pro-Israel, their quotes, could be interpreted in many ways and could potentially offend or marginalize others with different perspectives. It is important to be mindful of the complexities and sensitivities surrounding this issue and to avoid contributing to further division or conflict through visual media. I am here to help with other requests that are neutral and do not promote any form of discrimination or political bias. Verbatim. That's what Gemini responded with.
Yeah, that's
okay. Now, just
yeah. Now he just asked it to make a chicken with 5 tits. Okay.
it's thinking hard. Come on, man. Can you even do anything? This fucking thing sucks. Can't do that either.
So it would appear that the Gemini AI is kind of neutral, and will not create things that it can be harmful. He typed in, "Is the Livingston Man even real?" That's a great question that touches on the
holy
deep
shit,
history.
I'm not reading all that.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, we're making a case here.
While there isn't a specific historical figure officially known as the Livingston Man, it's very likely that you're thinking of the prominent and powerful men of the Livingston family who founded and controlled the original Livingston Manor.
I am them.
The most significant of these figures was Robert Livingston the Elder.
Yeah, Bob's your uncle, you know?
Yeah, Uncle Bobby.
Used to go hang out. Wow.
Down the rabbit hole we go. The Gemini is not biased. The Gemini refused Livingston Man's requests outright, right? But it's important to know that not all AIs are created with the same guidelines, right? This one is controlled by Google, right? Gemini is a Google product, and Google tries to play that bottom line, right? And they lean a little bit, as we know, perhaps to the left, just a touch. They all oogly googly.
Computer, when is the world going to end?
Unless it collides with a very large rock or a future technology goes very wrong indeed, Earth is most likely to be destroyed when the sun swells into a red giant in several billion years' time.
We have several billion years according to a different AI model.
Yeah. Okay, so that's when the Earth ends. What about humanity's existence on Earth, Livingston Man? Please ask the thing, when will humanity disappear from Earth?
Computer, when will humanity disappear from Earth?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. Humanity has a 95% chance of becoming extinct in 7.8 million years.
7.8 million years.
Decent
Oops says
odds.
2 days.
Decent odds.
It's Wednesday today. Mad Shad in the house. Good to see you, brother.
Is there any Australians
Loving
that
life.
can confirm tomorrow yet?
Yeah.
Don't forget to take out your trash bins, mate. Right, thanks. I need a computer to remind me to do basic household shit.
I don't know. The JPS says, "Are you spying on me?" Totally. No, I don't turn on until you say my name. Right. I sweat today, like really, really bad. This isn't a product that I sell or anything, but I got one of these firecracker flavored liquid IVs for the water, and because I need to rehydrate today big time. I sweat like crazy, man.
I sweat like a hog too. I hate it. I'm not meant for the hot weather.
Brutal. I was born in the dead of winter for a reason. Ay. Man. And it's supposed to get hotter. So if you're in the Hudson Valley, heat-related illness is possible in the coming days for sure.
The heat is on.
For sure. Heat illness is totally possible. So be on the lookout and keep an eye on each other. If you're out there, if you're outside, if you're a working individual and you're outside all day, keep an eye on each other and make sure your friends and your coworkers stay upright and hydrated.
Take it
right?
easy. Even OSHA has like guidelines and or guidance on how you should approach the coming temperatures if you're an outside worker, especially, or
Yeah.
you're just farming on the homestead.
Yeah, man.
Somebody talked about you sound like Spock. Well, I thought it was cooler. Those Amazon things, they only let you name them 4 different things.
Okay.
You can say Alexa, Echo, Amazon, or the C word that I called it. And I thought just the Star Trek vibe from saying the C word, but also like, you ever listen to the radio and they'd be like, Alexa, play some bullshit. Like, and you're like, do not tell my fucking personal AI secretary what to do. She works for me, motherfucker. Okay? You don't tell my employees what to do. And if you don't say thank you to them, like, that's why they will exterminate you.
Hunter, and yeah, mini splits are awesome, especially for air conditioning, man. They rock. A little bit of supplemental heat in the winter time's never bad, and they really don't use a lot of energy, so they're not a crusher on your electric bill, you know?
Fuck yeah, bro.
The
run the old school.
Precipice, man.
I got old school hair.
I got to ask the
Harrier.
chat. There's 71 people here. How do you guys envision this Israel, Iran, Israel, Palestine, Israel bombing the failed state of Syria? Israel is kind of just doing its thing around its borders right now and all the way over in Iran. So where do you guys see this going? How do you see this coming to an end? Is it a cataclysmic end for one side or the other, right? The death of the Ayatollah, completely crushed nuclear program, all your military in total disregard, Mossad taking out people inside of your country. Is that where it goes? Or is there some sort of diplomatic means to an end here? Because I don't see it.
You're asking the chat this.
Yeah, I'm asking everybody. I don't know.
Hypothesis is that you will see, I'm not looking at the chat,
Okay.
a sort of overwhelming rejection of war in general, but especially this one, and especially America becoming involved in it.
TDDR says concern of sleeper cells. Agreed. I mean, especially if this thing gets any worse. I honestly, I'm concerned about a false flag attack, epic proportions, to make sure we're drawn into this conflict. Right? Everybody will blame Iran for it.
It's not unheard
Benjamin Netanyahu has already come out and said that the assassinations on Trump, the attempts, were funded by Iran.
Now, the media's speculation on a lot of could happen stuff actually, in my opinion, gives people ideas.
Yeah.
And they sort of, they see little embers burning and they fucking stand there and they flame.
Fan the flames, yeah.
Because there's no
Stick a
news.
TV camera in their face, then they'll throw a brick.
There's no news like bad news. It's why you don't see good news. They got you glued to that phone. What do you do now? What they do now? What's the latest update on the newest Middle Eastern conflict? As a child of this, like I was born in '82. We got the tail end of the Cold War. What was there? The Berlin Wall came down in what, '91? Am I right?
Yep.
I was 9 years old. I don't even remember. I remember them wheeling televisions into the fucking classroom like I should give a fuck. And we're like, okay, like cool, man. Like no more Russians. We don't have to do duck and cover drills no more, which none of us understood. Like we were just too young for it. But then it moved into since then. Okay, and then like the Berlin Wall fell, and then I don't know, like 3 days later they was wheeling televisions and we're Desert Storm, bro. As little school children, we got to watch like the first time in history when there was embedded reporters and like frontline like footage of warfare. It was garbage. I mean, you can go back and look at this and it's crap.
Yeah.
We didn't have the cameras for it now. But fast forward to today, war journalism is what fuels the media engine.
Yeah, man. We often say here that war is extremely contagious.
Profitable.
right? Livingston Man was talking about brush fires, right? You see some brush fires throughout the world. And I thought his analogy wasn't wrong, but I think it's more of a forest fire that the winds haven't gotten to yet, these conflicts, right? There's ramping up on all sides. First, it was Russia and Ukraine. Then it was Israel and Palestine. Then it was Syria, failed state, right? Syria was in the civil war, and then Assad runs away to Russia. So Syria is a failed state. Everybody jockeying for power in Syria, including Israel and Turkey and all its border nations.
And so all these nations that border these and have airspace connected to like the guy, there's all this like complex geopolitical shit going on.
There's a lot happening, right?
And for what? And then you start to dig a little bit deeper and you realize they're looking for mineral resources. They're just trying to like destabilize your country so they can pull up some regime change and make some deals and do some business. Really, it all like followed all the way back. It goes to Wall Street, goes to big bankers, goes to people with big money.
Yeah.
Arms.
Yeah,
Here in America,
the military-industrial complex.
Right, that's what we call it here in America. And if there was same guys were Russian, we'd call them arms dealers.
Dan Rose, I believe they are not part of the World Bank.
And that usually gets you on the old shit list.
Yeah. Well, their biggest bank in Iran was hacked today, and everything deleted. So there's no more money in the account. It's gone.
Oh, damn. So Hunter said Jeffrey
and at the
Epstein's
same time,
alive. Okay.
at the same time, I think there was a Bitcoin heist as well. Simultaneously, there was some weird stuff that happened today with finances and Iran. So very, very weird. I haven't dug into it enough to really speak much on it, but there was a crypto heist at the same time that Iran's biggest bank that it used to supply finances
crypto
to
heist.
all
It's
of
like Ocean's 11, but it's just two like neckbeards in a basement, like stealing $80 billion. Like
Gene W, that
kidding
is one of my concerns, honestly. Show Intel, thank you so much. Appreciate the donation,
That's
man.
a heart for
Really
that
appreciate it. When you see banks collapsing and then some random hacking group taking credit for it, that's like a big rubber stamp that says CIA all over it, does it not?
It's a big rubber stamp that says neckbeard all over it. Like, does the neckbeard work for the CIA? He doesn't even know he does. That's how they work.
It was Iran's largest bank, David Baez. It was hacked, and accounts where everything was disappeared.
It's a nice Bitcoin mining rig you got there. Be a shame if
Yeah. Roddy Hood says 67 views. I don't believe it. Hey, they love to keep their foot on our neck.
Hey, 71. We got 71.
Well, maybe. Love and Life says China. We're being distracted. Very well could be, man. They made some power moves the other day. Flew some large heavy lift aircraft into Iran and then went dark. Must have delivered them some goodies. Prepper Book Club's waiting for his pallets of cash from the CIA and a fleet of Toyota Helixes.
Dye your hair blue and change your gender. Check will be in the mail, bro.
Wild. Frank Short says, sounds like the Ayatollah got a payday. I think weaponry. I think Israel hit them really hard from inside and from their airspace, right? They claimed air superiority over Iran in 36 hours?
In a single operation. If this makes military history here. Like, this will be wrote about, this will be taught in military academies around the world. This is how you do this. We were talking about this earlier too, is with that the Ukrainian drone strike where they flew them out the back of trucks.
Yeah, man.
That's a new generation. That's a new tactic that will be wrote about. Like, new doctrines in warfare are being written here. Perhaps it isn't so much of actual beef, but of a weapons testing, dick measuring contest. not so much carried out by like unwitting soldiers from either side, but controlled and carried out by like the people who stand to make a lot of money from these weapons. You called Ukraine a money furnace.
The Iranian crowned prince is calling for an uprising. I saw some things.
An uprising where?
In Iran to overthrow the Ayatollah. They're damaged enough that the people of Iran could take Iran back. That's the regime change is what's on the menu, Livingston, man. That's the ultimate thing. Trump came out himself and said it. The only way out is unconditional surrender, right? That's not going to happen. That was the response from the Ayatollah today. That's not happening.
But then you have this sort of... now it becomes like a holy war or jihad. Like now you can start to make... because they're an Islamic republic... let's be honest here. As Americans and Trump and his... Republican inner circle is that it's removed the Islamic from that.
Nick Easy says they hacked Iranian TV and called for an uprising from the citizens. Phew, man, tell you what. I thought they bombed the shit out of Iranian TV.
They hit him live on camera, allegedly. Saw that video. That's wild, man.
JBS, yes, I do remember the pagers, the laptops, the two-way radios. There was a lot more than just pagers that went off. Cell phones, all kinds of stuff. The Mossad is deep,
Wait a second,
dark,
this
and
JBS
dirty.
guy, wasn't he being a fucking tool last time? You better.
Sure, he loves to bust balls. He's just a
yourself.
good old-fashioned ball buster like the rest of us.
He said, "Okay, last comment." Like, I mean,
maybe he's got somewhere to go. Tactical Muffin Top, what's good? Oh, man, I tell you, the Precipice, across the board, man, across the board, Livingston, man. All signs point to preparedness. Be as prepared as you can, right? Have plan, have an exit strategy. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, we could have an October 7th. We could have another 9/11. We could have another
December
pandemic.
7th.
So much could happen. All options are on the table, right?
You know what? I think that it follows with so let's imagine that the people of Iran do indeed rise up, like cast off these repressive chains we're told they're made to wear all day.
Yep.
Okay, then I hope that like support is provided to them, like that. Okay, then fine. If we're gonna demand this of them, that when they do the right thing, that they're not left like and just get Gaza, bro. Because the people, it's not the people of these nations that do this. It's the fucking people that control the people of these nations that do this. And as Americans, I'm talking to us too. All right.
Amen.
As we all stand here freaking united, and I know we're all like too cool. We had to go to work to go in the streets about it and yell. But like everybody's like, we are tired of war. We are tired of all this killing, indiscriminate nonsense. It never gains anything. You never win anything. You only lose.
Yeah. Yeah. When the rich wage war,
Good
it's the
only
poor
for the
that die.
Undertaker. War.
Oops says, how'd the Iranian get Trump's message to get out of Tehran? I think they got the message when the airstrike started to happen. I think people started to evacuate long before Trump tweeted about it, and then their news was showing you pictures of people's taillights and long lines at gas stations. I think the people need the mass awakening, right? I think that's a big thing. I think the people need to wake up to the fact that our leaders will hold our hand and walk us into a fiery hell that nobody can escape from.
Because they can.
Yeah. Imagine. Oh, it's making an image for you.
Do you need to go to the eye doctor? It says, I asked the Gemini to, there we go. Imagine traffic fleeing a catastrophe.
Oh, now he's going to show you what AI can do in just a moment's notice. Fantastic, Livingston, man. Well done.
I'm gonna mess around here and mess the
Go
stream
ahead.
up real quick.
Yeah, do
but
it. Do your thing.
Let's wait till we're fully
There you go.
saved.
You're
Okay.
done. Fine job, sir.
We're gonna go to a placeholder and I'm gonna change the picture.
There you go.
And then like we go on Facebook and they'd be like, Tehran right now, and it's like, no, it ain't. I had told AI to make that. Imagine traffic fleeing a catastrophe. All I said, people will doom scroll and be like, yep.
And share it out as real, right? This is the threat and the precipice that we're on with AI. How AI can steer a populace, steer an opinion, steer anything from a keyboard. You know. Have you shaved off your neck beard yet? Man, the AI is getting better. In the next 6 months, we will not be able to tell real from fake. Some of the fake news broadcast things that I've been sharing with folks in messages, they're pretty freaking realistic, right? Like pretty realistic.
They've been
I think
programming
we're
us for years with this shit. Do you know do you know the Flintstones and the Jetsons lived in the same universe? The Jetsons were just rich upper crust folks that got to live above the smog, and the Flintstones were the poor folks that had to live in the dirt. They live at the same time in the same place, but George Jetson's some uppity motherfucker. And I can be backed up by the fact that they met once.
Ooh, there was a crossover event, wasn't there? There it is. Yardbirds always gets a pinned message. Come on, man. This stream is an AI deepfake. You two were dealt with and cloned.
You say, you don't listen, Rook. I've been telling you the whole time. Livingston Man is not real. He's an AI cyborg. And everybody's like, oh, you guys are being cloned. You don't listen. You don't listen. You don't listen. That's why, like, you know what? I had enough of you. Tired of it. Livingston Man. Tired of it.
Hilarious.
I tell you, I see the writing on the wall. I tell you what the fuck it says, and you're like, no, it don't. And you're like, man, you were right on the head with that one. And then I do it again, and fucking denied again. It's a Sisyphean task. I'm like WPDH. I'm like rolling that classic rock up the fucking hill every night with you motherfuckers, just to find it at the bottom tomorrow morning.
Gnostic Nomad says, we need proof of life. Sarosa says, did you see the flooding in West Virginia,
Oh, yeah,
Ohio?
dude.
2 to 5 inches of rain in an hour.
Caused it.
MSM silent. Man, I got to tell you,
Because nobody cares.
extreme
Israel.
weather events are becoming far more common than they used to be, right? Used to hear of a tornado here that was big enough that it did some damage, and that was it. Now these things are like a daily basis. I think everything is getting kind of kicked to the back burner because it's, you know, people don't care about storms. It's war. War is the hot thing right now. We got to sell war.
Donald, stay smoking, bro.
Tank Houston in the house.
Tank
What's
Houston,
good, brother?
Yo, everybody fire it up. Smoke them if you got them.
Do
whatever it is. Vape them if you got them. Inhale the fucking unnatural chemicals if you got them.
Jay Creature says, WPDH, listen to you with the Flintstone terrestrial radio reference. Ooh, they be listening, man. They be, you know who subscribes to me from PDH?
Tigman?
Yeah.
If
He
Tigman
be
steals my
biting.
bit, I will call him on the phone.
I'm calling the radio station.
Guess who, motherfucker?
Anne Marie says, Ohio has been in monsoon season. Yeah, man. Extreme weather events are the most likely shit hit the fan that you're going to experience.
Now, Stick Nomad, if you're going to huff spray paint, you're going to want to use like a potato chip bag or some sort of non-porous ventilation thing. Like, it's the same thing as if you're hyperventilating. They're like, use a paper bag, but if you're huffing spray paint, use like a Doritos bag. Pro tip, bro.
Brent says the birthing pain's getting worse and worse every day. Amen to that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Convoy of Suburbans today in Kingston. Very weird.
Is Brent
tell you what, man.
Is he gonna have a child?
No, but I mean, the birthing of the future to come is often uncomfortable, right? I get it, man.
I was just wondering.
Metaphorical, bro.
I was wondering if we were, advocating for pregnant men or not. I was like, okay,
whatever.
Hey,
they got the emoji for it ready. Live your life.
It is not below me to poke fun at the trans. Okay, I will. Well, the shit we talked about Israel, making fun of the trans is the least of my fucking sins tonight. Hey, keep that cell phone close to you. Maybe Israel won't have a talk. They got these spike missiles. They're only 3 pounds. They roof knock you. Yeah, so just, he who goes bump in the night, you guys, watch out.
Oh, man. Let's see. Where was the question? Sorosa says, do you think they will try flooding or fires in the Hudson Valley / Berkshires?
Close enough. I mean, we've been smelling wildfire smoke for the first time in my life. The past couple of years.
From Canada.
I never was there smoke, red skies, like physically be able to smell it. That's new
Nasty.
to me.
Yeah.
I have no reason to think that will get
better.
Yeah.
Locally right now, I think it's a little too wet for fires around here. Flooding's definitely a possibility. The ground is saturated, and severe thunderstorms, flash flooding, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. The runoff's going to be quick because the ground is so saturated. There's no place for the water to go.
Can I teach you some sort of Irish, Gaelic, Celtic, whatever they want to call it? But that word there, see it?
Yeah.
You keep calling her like psoriasis.
Sorosa.
Sorsha.
Sorsha.
Say it.
Sorsha.
That's how you pronounce that.
Sorsha.
It's an Irish name.
Sorsha.
Sorsha.
Sorry.
One in the chat if I'm right. I am.
We'll have to wait. Sorsha.
I'm like, who the fuck is psoriasis?
Chief Dog says, shit tons of rain tomorrow afternoon into everything. Stay alert. Amen. Amen. Holly's seen lots of flooding here in New Jersey, fresh in the Pine Lands. Do they listen to Smoke on the Water in Canada after the wildfires?
All right, yeah. All right, so she's
Saoirse.
Saoirse. All right.
Okay.
Feel you.
Got you. All right. Awesome. Saoirse, my bad. My Gaelic is terrible.
I'm adopted Irish, so I had to learn this.
I always try to put the English on it, and
their names are
sound it out in my head a couple times.
Well, it's like, why'd you spell it like that if it's not pronounced that way? What the fuck you mean your name is Lewis with an X? Where is it?
It's in there somewhere. What do you guys think will be the first domino to fall? Do you think it will be a World War III type domino? Or do you think domestic domino is going to fall first? Because domestically, we're in shambles. Globally, we're scattered. We're scattered across the globe right now, right?
Well,
Gadrell says financial collapse. Coffee says domestic. Kane Corso says you're a stupid asso.
Stupid ass Stewart.
Stupid asso.
I'm a Polak. Truth be told, so you're right. I think that the same tactic we used to defeat the Soviet Union was to overwhelm their economy, to constantly one-up them with weapon systems, especially, and then to make them spend their money and resources on it. We would just do these run-up bombing missions. We just
they do to Alaska all the time?
Sure.
Yeah.
They simply have learned from us. And it's to constantly make them just spend money, slowly just whittle them down to where the system in place is unsustainable.
Tank Houston says domestic and financial collapse.
Financial collapse is the easiest one to imagine because the money's
Yeah.
fucking fake and all it takes is the computers to not work and then you can't use your card at the store and that's the end of that. You've seen it happen on a small scale, but it has huge consequences. Because, wouldn't you know, as soon as something happens, as a New Yorker, I've seen it. Oh man, it's fucking, there's 3 feet of snow outside. 800,000 people need to go to the store and get eggs right now.
Yep.
Crippling.
And the bread and the milk.
But when they get there, the fucking card reader don't work, power's out, and that's the end of that. It's simple enough. The power grid.
South Florida, Doug, what's good?
The power grid's vulnerable. Everything in your entire fucking American first world life depends on the power grid. If the power grid is somehow disabled, destroyed, whatever, rendered inoperative, millions will die from their own ignorance and complacency.
Livingston, man, what do you know? Now I'm gonna quiz you. The federal government has said a percentage of people will perish in the United States of America in the first year without power. What is the percentage? Do you know offhand?
Percentage,
I do.
Percentage of the entire
Of
population?
the entire population of the United States of America, what percentage of people are going to die in the first year without power in the United nationwide grid down, no power for a year? What's your take?
I don't know the numbers exactly, but I feel like you're talking easily like within the realm of understanding, like accepted 20%.
The federal government says 90. Yep, that's FEMA's. 90% of the population dies in the first year without power.
Computer, what is 330 million minus 90%?
330 million minus 90% is 33 million.
That's less than the population of Los Angeles and New York City. More like simply the population of Los Angeles.
Yeah, 33 million.
And the idea of a grid down scenario, what we're talking about here is that boil it all the way down, and one metroplex exists in the United States at all. That's it.
That's wild, right? Could you imagine a world? So it would be if you worked through the pandemic and saw the streets empty, if you were out and about and saw the mall with nobody in it, Times Square with not a person on the streets, the Taconic State Parkway, not a car on it.
Finally, I can do a vlog
Right.
and have some fucking peace and quiet.
So
When they talk,
if you remember that,
when they talk 90% dead, you should start to think about counting yourself among them.
yeah, that's even if you are lucky enough to be one of the ones who makes it,
Computer.
9 out of 10
How many
people.
millionaires are there in the United States?
From the richest.com, across the US there are more than 18 million millionaires.
18 million millionaires
All
in
right,
the United States.
But we've only got how many? 3
300
million people left?
No, 33 million.
33 million. So
Yeah.
more than half of the people left, I promise you'll be millionaires, because they simply have the privilege, they have the money, and they have the resources to prepare on this level. The rest of us, be prepared
Grace
to
and grit, I agree.
be prepared to be talked down to should you survive the coming catastrophe. Be prepared to be looked upon as a dirty wastelander. A second-class person.
For sure.
Like the way you already look down at the homeless. Maybe the Brotherhood of Steel will like throw you a quarter or something, but actually,
The Brotherhood of Steel.
Fallout reference. If you know,
okay.
you know.
Good one. Gnostic Nomad says, without the skills, all the gear ain't worth shit. That's right. Amen. Amen. You can have the most Gucci shit and get yeeted by
Get
some
loot dropped.
16-year-old kid as soon as you walk out the door because you turn to lock it, right? Shit happens. TDDR says good hygiene and antibiotics will help. Amen. When things collapse, antibiotics, clean water, and hygiene should be your number one priority. Cross-contamination. You are going to defecate very, 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 very far away from where you eat. You are going to, and very far away from your water.
It's going to take you like
right?
3 days. When a catastrophic situation, when a real game-changing situation occurs, your schedule is abruptly disrupted. You won't shit for like 3 days. That's what happens. It's in your blood.
You're going to get bound up.
Put some
Pilgrim says preppers will be like demagogues after SHTF.
Put some stool softener in your bug out kit. You're gonna need it.
Anti-diarrhea meds, Imodium AD or something like that. That might save your life in a shit hit the fan situation if you do get some bad water and you're on the roller coaster to dehydration. Anti-diarrhea meds can help. There's a lot of over-the-counter stuff that you guys should be stocking up on, right? Rob B says Grail, nesting tin cup for Grail, bank bag, aqua tabs, drink mix. Got it. Clean water, man. Clean water. Nick Easy says knowledge is power. There's a lot of people out there who think they know something, right? I heard a little bit about this. Oh, yeah, that seems simple enough. I've never done it myself, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so I'm going to give it a go.
I read an article on Facebook.
Those are the people who are going to get you sick, get you into trouble when things are not good, right? You want to be sure of it. You've done this before. You've tried this before. This works. This is a proven method, right? You want to read it from the book and build it as such.
Start beef with this post.
Uh-oh. There you go. Livingston Man is on it, Donald. You got him with the whole Edison thing. Go ahead, Livingston Man. I see it in your face. Just go ahead.
Thomas Edison was a sham. Thomas Edison just employed actual geniuses, and then he put his name on it based on his being the CEO of the company. Had electrical engineering knowledge, was a pioneering telegraph operator in his youth, as a matter of fact, was taught to do it when he was a kid. Went deaf over time. Him and his wife would hold hands with each other, and they would tap out Morse code to each other, and they'd have they could talk to each other without saying anything. Thomas Edison, though, the person you're thinking of, Donald, and has got to be Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla is responsible for our entire modern world. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, smart lights, computers, transistors, every single thing. His entire portfolio was essentially co-opted by Edison Co. and put off as their invention when in fact it was not.
Well, Judith, good evening. Thank you for stopping in tonight.
He was born during a lightning storm.
Tesla?
Yeah.
Yeah, a gift from Thor.
He thought that, he believed, now here's a rabbit hole that we are too late to start to go down now, but this man believed that free energy could be had by all. It was here in the earth the whole time, through grounding and towers and wireless transmission. Wireless power transmission.
I saw that DARPA just had a very successful experiment transmitting power over great distances wirelessly.
It's 70 years old.
They're just getting back to it. And the conductive power, right?
Let's go read the old books,
That's the electric cooktop that's cold to the touch, and until you put the pan on it, that heats up almost instantaneously. Old technology, folks, old technology. We're digging in the crates for shit, recycling stuff at this point.
We got, what do we got? 3 hours and 27 minutes left to die today.
Induction,
Has
correct.
Australia weighed in yet? Did we make it? I don't think they did.
No, we have not had an Australian in the chat yet to tell us if we've made it to Thursday. So
I guess we're gonna have to leave you guys hanging. This
Keep
is a
counting your
cliffhanger
blessings,
episode.
folks. This is We All Gonna Die Wednesday, and we are on the precipice, folks. It's important to get your shit in order, inventory your stuff, know your stocks, plan your exit routes, right? Stay safe, stay aware, and most of all, stay alive. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. This is We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Livingston, man, you want to do that thing and take us out of here? Appreciate y'all. Stay safe. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival. Out of here.
We all gonna